Hi everyone, Michael here. Just wanted to have a quick chat today and get something off my chest and address something that is going on right now. As you can see, I'm here in the Lambo. Just kidding. Just here in the Nissan. And we need to talk about what's going on in the finance YouTube space right now. And something that I'm seeing right now that I really don't like. And what's really happened in the finance YouTube space, probably over the past year, I guess I could say, over the past 6 months, is it's become very, very toxic. Now, some new catalysts that have kind of taken this up a notch, I guess you could say, over the past month, I guess you could say, was the recent decline we've seen in the market. The recent was a bear market. The Nasdaq fell 21%, 22%. The S&P fell about 15%. And there's been a lot of predictions, not just from myself, but from many other YouTubers, for example, like me, Kevin, Chicken Genius, lots of other YouTubers, like Tom Nash, Jeremy from Financial Education. And what I've seen happen over the past month, I guess you could say, something I think we really need to address is the amount of hate and toxicity that has increased. You know, you've had YouTubers calling each other out, and who knows if it's just for the drama, for the clicks, for the views. And me, myself, I've never been one to call out any YouTubers or try to create drama, because I'm not that guy. You know that meme? You're not that guy. And I'm not calling out any YouTubers here in this video. But what we've seen recently is Chicken Genius. I don't know if any of my viewers watch his channel. Chicken Genius Singapore. He quit YouTube. He made some controversial decisions of, telling everyone not to sell, probably January, February, and then selling a lot of his stuff in March when things really hit the fan. And there's been some controversy, obviously, with me, Kevin, with him selling his portfolio and then buying back in. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all between people changing your mind. Sometimes you'll get some new data in the markets. You will get some enlightenment, or you just may get a thought, or you're just sitting down and something just comes to your mind and things just start to become a lot more clear or make more sense when you do more research. And with me, I'm always going to be changing my thoughts on the markets as the data changes. You have to be dynamic, and something I've learned on YouTube over the past 2 years is you have to be humble, because I'm no guru. I've never tried to put myself out there as some stock picking genius, some financial market genius that can predict to the cent, to the day, to the minute, every crash. I've sure tried to give my thoughts and opinions and prediction of what I think could happen, or what I think is likely to happen. But at the end of the day, this is probably one of the most difficult jobs, or one of the most difficult predictions to make, is what's going to happen in the markets. We may be able to predict a few things here and there, but we're never going to be right 100% of the time. But again, going back to what's happening in the finance space right now, a lot of hate, a lot of YouTubers hating on other YouTubers, making videos about each other, calling each other out because of whatever prediction they made right, or whatever prediction they got wrong, if they brought, if they sold. And a wise man once said, he who has made a false, or he who has not made a false stock market prediction, you cast the first stone. And I think, as being a financial YouTuber, or any person in the investment space, look at these hedge funds that always go on the mainstream media news every day and give out their predictions. These economists that predict the economic data, for example, like employment, GDP, future returns in stocks, future returns in the housing market. I've yet to find one of these economists or these hedge fund billionaires that have been able to predict the market year in, year out. Now, there have been a very select few which have been able to beat the market, and that's awesome, and I definitely am trying to do that. That's my goal, to try to beat the market. Whether I'm going to be able to do that every year, that's another question. But that's something I'm striving to do. That's just my goal, and there's nothing wrong with that. And also, what is it's not just YouTubers as well. What I see, because I'm a fan of the YouTube finance space. I started YouTube about 2 years ago, during 2020, during COVID, during the pandemic, when everything was going to crap in the world. I've never been rich. I've never been successful in any other business in my life. But this is something I was always wanting to do, and this is something I was always passionate about, because I'm not from a rich area, not from a rich neighborhood, so I didn't really have many friends to talk about the financial markets with, or business ideas with. None of my family were really into investing or the markets. And so I'd watch the finance YouTube space. I'd watch, people like Graham Stephan, meet Kevin, watch people, in my kind of niche, Steve Van Meter, Peter Schiff, Johnny Bravo. Go ahead and check out those guys and comment in his videos. And then he's forced to comment with fireballs. So if you go to his channel and comment Q there's a little secret. He has to reply to comment files. So if you spam his channel, then he'll have a lot of work to do tonight. So yeah, I've been a fan of this space myself before I got into it. And I got into it because I was passionate about economics and the markets and investing. And my main goal here was to create a community. Like I said, I've never tried to put myself out there as a know-it-all, some hot shot, seeing these people come on YouTube and they rent the Lambo, they rent the mansion, and try to make themselves seem like this figure that's larger than life and it's got it all. I've never tried to do that, and I guess because I've never really had that big ego or that big pride. And sure, sometimes I could be more prideful than other times, and sometimes my ego could get the better of me sometimes, but I've always tried to remain humble and down to earth. When I made my channel name, Michael Invests and Tries to Make Money, did that as a joke. I just thought that was funny. I didn't try to be professional, etc., whatever. But going back to, again, the toxicity and the hate that's going on in this space. A lot of us here on YouTube, we're just average guys like you that are viewing, or average women that are viewing, where there's no real genius on YouTube. There are sure some YouTubers that are smarter than others. So I'm not saying I'm the smartest at all. But if you were really one of the greatest investors of all time, you probably wouldn't be on YouTube. You would probably have your own hedge fund or something like that. So something you have to remember with us YouTubers, we're just sharing our opinions, and sure, I'll put out some predictions. And that's something I think a lot of other YouTubers may be afraid to do, because they're so afraid of being wrong. And something that's unfortunate in the YouTube space, when you're wrong, you're going to get roasted, you're going to get trolled, and the comment section is going to be lit up. And I made my video yesterday about how I was wrong with my stock market decline prediction of 20 to 30% in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. And instead of trying to hide from it and trying to ignore it, I wanted to own it and not make any excuses. I was wrong. I still think there is a lot of risk in the market and that it could definitely happen, but I also want to hedge my positions against what could possibly be, like I've been warning about, a melt up in the markets, or if the Federal Reserve doesn't get serious and really fight inflation. And I'm not all in the markets right now. I just want to reiterate for those that watch that video, Like I said, I'm only deploying 25% of my cash right now, and who knows, I might start deploying more, but I still do have a lot of cash on the sidelines in case my thoughts or predictions of a recession, the Federal Reserve having to lift interest rates higher than 3%, I'm still prepared for that scenario as well. But I have to be humble and acknowledge that I could be wrong. That may not happen, and I have to prepare for that situation. So again, going back to what's happening in the finance space, I think we just have to take a chill pill, put the egos aside, put the pride aside, and just remember, we're just average Joe and Janes, sharing our thoughts here on YouTube, sharing our opinions on the markets. We're no gurus, we're no geniuses. And also for people in the comment section that comment and like to roast all these YouTubers for every wrong prediction they do, that's your right. Everyone's got freedom, free speech, and I support that. But just remember, we're all human, and we're never going to be right 100% of the time. And as we've seen with Chicken Genius Singapore, he's quit. He couldn't handle the hate from YouTubers and the comment section, and it's affected his mental health, and he's gone. I've seen many other YouTubers where it affects their mental health. It can affect my mental health, but so far so good. I've been able to overcome it and find ways to deal with it and not let it affect me too much. But that's just something to think about in the back of your head when you're writing a comment. Maybe the YouTuber deserves it if they're a real, egotistical narcissist prick. Maybe they deserve it. But, not every YouTuber deserves the hate for when they make a mistake or make a wrong prediction. But yeah, I think that's mostly my thoughts, everyone. I was wanting to share with what's going on in the finance space, what's going on in my head right now. This has been a real humbling experience, and what I'm try to do more going forward with the channel is provide both sides of the story. Like I said, I still think a crash is likely, but I want to help my viewers more, put out more helpful content, have a balance instead of all the negativity that's going on in the world right now, all the hate. Try to put out some uplifting content as well. And so if you guys have any ideas of what content ideas you would like me to do, or questions about the market or investing, personal finance, business, if you'd like me to make videos on, let me know. And I'll definitely do it. And there'll definitely be more helpful content coming out, because there's going to be tough times coming. I'm not oblivious to that. There's definitely going to be hard times coming, and I think it's my duty to put out some helpful content there for you guys, and to try to give you guys some hope, and tell you that there are still opportunities out there, no matter how bad things look or how grim things look. There still is opportunity out there. Because me, I've come from nothing. I didn't even graduate high school, and I'm doing alright now. That was just my message today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.